Question 9. We are given some sentences in Swahili, and then we are tasked with identifying the morpheme we can detect, give their meanings, figuring out the verb construction rule, and translating the following sentences. The child is falling, the baskets have arrived, and the person will fall into Swahili. After analyzing the sentences, we were able to find some consistencies. For instance, the morpheme toto seems to occur in sentences with the word child in it. Other recurring elements include the morpheme for sentences with singular nouns and the morpheme me for sentences in the present perfect tense. However, in sentences like kisu kime anguka, meaning the knife has fallen, a singular noun is observed, yet a different prefix he is used instead of Luckily, we were given a hint. One of the characteristic features of Swahili is the existence of noun classes. Specific singular and plural prefixes occur with the nouns in each class. These prefixes are also used for purposes of agreement between the subject noun and the verb. Toto uses the prefix while su uses the prefix he. Therefore, we can infer that these morphemes belong to different noun classes. After further analysis, we were able to identify the following morphemes. For verbs, we have fika for arrive, lala for sleep, and anguka for fall. For nouns, we have toto for child, tu for person, su for knife, and kapu for basket. We also divided the noun morphemes into two classes, animate creatures and inanimate objects. For tense/aspect morphemes, we have for present perfect, na for present progressive, and ka for future simple tense. Some morphemes may change depending on the noun class. For prefixes attached to singular nouns, we have for class 1 and ki for class 2. For prefixes attached to plural nouns, we have wa for class 1 and b for class 2. For prefixes attached to verbs when the subject is a singular noun, we have a for class 1 and p for class 2. For prefixes attached to verbs when the subject is a plural noun, we have wa for class 1 and b for class 2. This was assuming that in Swahili, nouns come before verbs, but there was also the possibility that verbs come before nouns. So toto would be the morpheme for arrive, and fika would be the morpheme for child, as observed in the first two sentences, toto ame fika and toto ana fika. However, we quickly found that this wasn't the case, because then toto would have two translations, has arrived and is arriving, and there would be two words for the child, ame fika and ana fika. Most people would consider it illogical. So, we can conclude that in Swahili, nouns do come before verbs. During our analysis, we also found that a verb in Swahili contains a class prefix, a tense prefix, and a root morpheme. For example, amefika, meaning has arrived, contains the class prefix a, the tense prefix me, and the root morpheme fika. So, we found out that to construct a verb in Swahili, we must first attach the prefix that represents the tense to the root morpheme, then add the prefix for agreement purposes between the subject noun and the verb. As for nouns, they are constructed by attaching the prefix for singular and plural nouns to a root morpheme. Using the two rules, we were able to translate the following sentences: the child is falling, the baskets have arrived, and the person will fall into Swahili. We will use the child is falling as an example. The child is a noun phrase that uses a singular class 1 noun. So, the singular class 1 noun prefix is attached to a root morpheme toto, forming toto. Is falling is a verbal phrase in the present progressive tense. Its subject is a singular class 1 noun. So the class prefix a and the tense prefix na are attached to the root morpheme anguka, forming ananguka. We then place the noun before the verb, thus forming toto ananguka, meaning the child is falling. Likewise, we can translate the sentences: the baskets have arrived and the person will fall into bikapu bimefika and to atanguka, using the two rules we had found. And thus, question 9 has also been successfully solved. Thank you for listening and watching.